California could make history when it comes to climate action.
Newly approved legislation, which is now awaiting the governor's signature, would require large corporations to reveal their level of greenhouse gas emissions.
CBS 8's Richard Allen is here with how that would work and the young climate activists who protested today. Richard?
Well, that's right, and they were very vocal. And today's global climate strike drew thousands of young demonstrators from here at home to the East Coast all the way to Europe. And this comes as California has a chance to take unprecedented legislative action in the fight against fossil fuels.
The earth is dying! Stop denying! The earth is dying!
Dozens of young people with the climate action group San Diego 350 pounded the pavement at SDSU today.
Our planet, our future!
Joining thousands of other demonstrators across the country and the world. Demanding that leaders at all levels of government take action to save the planet.
The locations might be different, but the message is the same. Youth will not be ignored, and the time to take climate action is now.
These demonstrations are happening as first-of-its-kind climate legislation sits on Governor Newsom's desk.
This legislation, if the governor signs it, will be a game changer.
This would require all large companies doing business with California to disclose all of their greenhouse gas emissions, both direct and indirect.
It will move the dial.
State Senator Scott Wiener wrote Senate Bill 253, which has passed both the Senate and the Assembly.
Having strong transparency, where billion-dollar-plus corporations simply have to provide a report every year about what their carbon emissions are, will put significant pressure on them to actually be green, not just to market themselves as green, but to be green, reduce their carbon footprint, and that'll be extremely helpful.
And while it's garnered strong support from some mega corporations like Apple and Microsoft, other business interests have come out in fierce opposition, including the California Chamber of Commerce, saying it would be too burdensome on businesses.
A large number of companies are already doing this. So for them to suggest that there's something weird or new or crazy or overly complicated or impossible about doing this is just false.
Wiener says this legislation is commanding global attention.
We would be setting the standard, setting the pace among the 50 states and the federal government. If we did this, the world is watching us.
And Senator Wiener says this legislation will be one of the focuses of Climate Week taking place in New York City, and that starts on Sunday. In the meantime, Governor Newsom, who has not come out publicly with a stance on this bill, has until mid-October to sign it into law. Jesse and Carlo.